Hello, this is Patricia Brooks, and this is Courage Concept number 40. Awareness is key to continued progress toward your goals. A few weeks ago, I spoke about the fact that when we start something new and start to create new habits, we can't always see the progress that we're making, and it can be frustrating, but that's the foundation that sets us up for success. Well, today, I want to talk to you about the fact that we need to remain aware of the progress that we were making once we start to see success. When I started losing weight for the very first time 20 years ago, I had great success. I'd lost 50 pounds and it felt great. But after I had reached my goal, I got slack. I stopped going to the meetings that were so integral to my success. I stopped writing down what I ate every day in my food diary, and I stopped weighing myself. And I got complacent. And over the course of the next several years, I put back on all of that weight and then some. And so I lost all that progress I had made. I had erased that success that I had, and it didn't feel good. And the reason was I got complacent. I was not aware that I was backsliding. So that I could make changes or change my behavior. And that's not a fun place to be in. And I think this concept, awareness is key to continued success toward your goal, is important as we learn to live with the coronavirus until we have a vaccine. You know, I've been a little bit concerned as I watch as some states loosen the stay-at-home orders. And I know that it's so important for us to start to learn to live with this coronavirus in new and different ways. But what I've noticed is that over the course of the last couple of weeks, that the cases of the virus have increased and deaths have increased in the region that I am currently staying. And it doesn't feel good. It feels a little bit scary. And so this concept can really help you to become more aware and create ways to have triggers for you to get back to the behaviors that have kept us safe for this long. Now, 2 months ago when we were locked down at home, started the lockdown at home, we were super aware, hyper aware that we really needed to wash our hands and a month into it to wear masks and the 6 feet of social distancing. And over the course of time, we can start to loosen up on our own. It just happens where we may not be washing our hands as frequently as we did in the beginning. You know, I noticed that in the beginning, my hands were so dry because I was washing my hands all of the time. And now my hands aren't as dry as they had been. And that to me is a signal that, wait a minute, you've let up on that a little bit. Maybe it's time to start being a little bit more vigilant with that. And I think that's true as we start to go out and about more and more, that we need to be more aware of the things that we're doing that have kept us safe to this point. And so this concept, awareness is key to continued progress toward your goals, goes to the catalyst for cultivating courage, that is shifting your perspective. Because when we do something new and change our behavior for a little bit, and then we return to normal ways of being, or loosen up on those habits that we created, we are not aware. It is an unconscious decision that we do, and that can cause us to backslide. And so by becoming aware, you can change your behavior again or redouble your efforts. And so to that end, there are a couple of questions I'd like to ask you that will help you not only during coronavirus, but with any goal that you set for yourself. And the first question is, what is your desired outcome? What do you want from what you're going for? Question number 2 is, what progress have you made toward your goal? Number 3 is, what changes in behavior did you have to put in place in order to see this progress? or to get to the success that you have. Question number 4 are, what are your indicators of success? Or what are your indicators that you are making progress? Now, for me with the weight loss, it was seeing the number go down on the scale every week. That was a big indicator. So if I stop weighing myself, I'm not going to see if that number remains the same, goes up or goes down. And so I become unaware. And question number 5 is, how can you ensure that you are aware of these indicators of progress or success? I want to share with you something I saw on my weather app on my phone that was a little bit disconcerting in the beginning, the first time I saw it, but thought, oh no, this would be a helpful way for me to remain vigilant and have continued heightened awareness during this COVID-19 period. And that was, they had another icon that had COVID-19 on it. And I clicked it and it opened up and it told me the number of cases that were reported for last week, what increase or decrease that showed from the week prior, and also the number of deaths and what increase or decrease that showed. And to me, that took me aback because I try to limit my exposure to the bad news about the virus. But I thought, Patricia, this might be something handy for me to look at, not on a daily basis, but perhaps on a weekly basis to jar me back into reality that even though it feels safer, or I have this false sense of security now that, this has been going on for a couple of months, that I really need to remain vigilant. And so that's an idea of an indicator that you can use specifically for the coronavirus crisis, but there can be other indicators that you can use when you are setting goals and working toward goals in other areas of your life as well. So this concept is really important, especially right now. Awareness is key to your continued progress toward your goals. That is all I have for you today. Bye for now.